What's good, y'all? It's your boy D-Dog here. Actually, I had to record this like twice because I ran out of space on my iPad. But this is my recap of EVO. EVO was very amazing. I'm happy that I was able to travel and actually attend this event. It was actually like the most epic major of all time. Like the atmosphere was just amazing. It was mind blowing. It was pretty good. Like the crowd was just like bananas. Like it was just playing in front of that crowd. It's amazing, man. You may be nervous, but once you get the nervousness out your system, you good. As you saw, like when I was playing. But I'll give y'all a recap of my bracket. Like as y'all know, like I had the most stacked bracket in the tournament of Street Fighter 4. Why? Because I had like top players and I had some stream monsters in the bracket playing. For one, I had the top game player from Singapore. You had Devil. You had Filipino Man. You had Reinhardt, and you had me. What's so funny about my bracket, when I showed up to my pools, people were talking about me. Like, it was so funny because, like, I'm just sitting there waiting on my pools, and, people were talking about the matches, and people were talking about, like, man, it's this good Gal player here. And I'm like, it's another Gal player here? I'm thinking, like, oh, shit, it's another Gal player. I hope I don't have to mirror match him, hate to beat him. And I'm like, and then the dude point to me like, yeah, him, D-Dog. And I'm like, oh, it's very weird when someone, like, knows about me and tells me, like that my Gal is good. When people don't really do that. So it was kind of, I was like, it kind of threw me off guard. I talked to Filipino Man, and he told me, he's like, I know how to beat you. I said, huh? He was like, yeah, that Rose player that was from Console Combat, if you look on my video that I played in teams, he actually told Filipino Man how to beat me. I'm like, oh, okay, that's what's up, because I couldn't block against that cross up, but I know how to block against it now because it's a cross up, so just block the other way. Anyway, had to play EMP Crazy Joe first, and he picked EVO Ryu. This is a character that I get raped by in Michigan, and I beat him. It was pretty convincingly. I wouldn't say free, but it was pretty convincingly. I won. He didn't hit me with no setups. He could not do any setups because I was on the other side of the screen. Like, this was him, and this was me off screen. Yeah, it was like that. After that, I beat him after fighting Devil on stream. Those of you who saw the match, it didn't go very well because why? He picked Seth, Big Seth, and like I said before, I was telling people, like, he mashes DP like crazy. Like, it was so bad. I heard him through my headphones, like, and I'm like, what the fuck? So it kind of made me mad that I lost to some shit like that. And I kept switching characters because I'm like, at first I was gonna go Guile, but then when you pick Seth, I'm like, man, that's some bullshit. And so I'm like, whatever. I was hoping he was gonna pick Cammy, because when I saw him play Cammy against some other people, he was playing very reckless, and I would have capitalized off all that recklessness. So, and when you had them headphones on, like, he was really mashing where I could hear through the headphones, and it was that bad. When you had them headphones on up there on that string, you cannot hear nothing but the game itself. So when I hit him with that overhead, when he hit that super, my cousin told me that the crowd went crazy, and I didn't know. I was like, wow, I could not hear the crowd. They said the crowd went nuts, and I'm like, ooh. So when I ended up losing, as you saw, and I got sent to losers. I had to face this Chun-Li player, which is another character that I get easily raped by in Michigan. Because I don't know why. It's just that character that I just can't fight against very well. My win-loss ratio is not that great, so it's uphill battle with that matchup. I'm slowly learning it, but I ended up winning. I randomed him out. I did he tried. I knew he was gonna do a little jab and try to grab me, so I flash kicked him for the win, and I felt so happy when I won that match. So then I had to play Solid Panda. If those of y'all don't know, Solid Panda runs a stream on Panda Gaming X or something. I had to play him. It was good meeting him, but when we playing, it's a different story. I gotta do what I gotta do. So apparently he mains Bison, but I guess since he plays Guile, or since I played Guile, he didn't want to pick Bison, so he picked Fei Long. Another character that I get raped by in Michigan, might I add. And, he could not get in at all. I really lamed him out. And it was bad. He was so mad. He was red in the face. He was just red. And so, then he picked Saget, another character that I sometimes get raped by in Michigan. And I ended up winning that, I don't know what was he doing. If you're gonna play your main, play your main. Don't be picking your third and fourth secondary characters against people in tournaments, because that's how you're gonna get that L. But it was amazing. I ended up beating him. So then I had to play the top game player from Singapore. This is my opinion about the Singapore player. Singapore player was very solid, very good. I made a lot of key mistakes. I shouldn't have went Balrog first. Dominion told me to pick Balrog because he knows the Guile matchup pretty well. So I had to go Balrog. So that's why I did that. And I could have won. If I just did a random flash kick like I did on that Chun-Li player, I would have took a set off him. But I didn't. I was trying my best not to just do random shit. Because Dominion told me straight, this is the tournament where you do not want to do random shit. And I'm like, okay, cool. So, I felt good about my performance, even though I didn't get to where I wanted to get. Because I literally had an image of me playing Ryan Hart in Losers Finals. I was one match away from playing Ryan Hart in Losers Finals. And had I would have won that match against that Singapore player, I would have went nuts on that stream. I'm just letting y'all know. I would have went nuts. I would have went bananas. After I lost, I ended up watching matches. I ended up teaming up with Jabali and Cross Tekken, and it was pretty fun. Considering the fact that he did not play the game in 3 months, and I have never played the game in over 3 months, so it was an uphill battle for both of us. Seeing we don't know each other's habits and all that stuff, but we ended up making the Losers Finals. We ended up losing to the same people who knocked us into losers. But it was a great experience teaming up with somebody just out of the blue, because he tweeted about it, and I just happened to be on my Twitter and I saw it, and I hit him up I'll team up. I play Guile, so. But that Marvel and that KOF tournament, that stream shit, that shit was fucking hype. I don't know how hype. I was getting too hype over him. I was on the side, in the front, but I wanted to get in the middle because I was gonna do my dance, the little Dave Chappelle dance, and it was pretty hype, man. That damn horse face, man, that just was hype, man. That KOF is pretty hype, man. I love that game, but it's just that I just don't have the execution to play that game. So I just like watching all the top people play that shit. That Marvel, that shit, man. That Marvel, I don't play that game either, but that Marvel, boy. Every time I tell my cousin, every time I watch high level Marvel, I always go yeah, I'm gonna play this shit again. And then I go in the training room, look at some shit, and then when I play people, then I wonder exactly why I don't play that fucking game. So some bullshit. But that Marvel and that KOF was the most hype shit of the fucking tournament, the finals of day 3. I was mad that Dominion lost to Gamer B. It was just like, yeah. But I wanted to see him in grand finals, but didn't happen. Maybe next year. So, but overall, my experience was great. I won some money betting against that Chris G would win, and got me some money, so I feel great about that. Also, people almost got their Xboxes like confiscated, like TVs and stuff, because they were setting up setups in the hallway, and you can't do that. So they almost got their shit yoinked. Security came shut that shit down, because I think the only issue was I remember EVO used to have like the casual stations, but they didn't have any of that this year. Like, it was no casual stations. Like, it was hard. Wait. I won't say there were none. There were only 2 AE stations. One at the Capcom booth, and then like one randomly just set up like near the entrance. And it was like one Marvel setup where you like head to head, like one on this side, one on this side, and it was quite frustrating because the line was getting long, and I'm like, man, I'm not waiting that long to play. I just wish they would have had like some setups where you can just do some shit casually, you know what I'm saying? And that shit would have been cold. Overall, the fucking tournament was just amazing. I would most definitely try to come back next year because I'm having twins, so I already know it's gonna be kind of hard for me to pull that off, but I'll work something out. I'll try to return to EVO, but it's gonna be great. I definitely felt that I leveled up. I felt that like all them characters that I played was like a true testament to like my skills. Like I really feel it. Like it was just it was like all the characters that I got beat, that I get my ass murked in Detroit, and I just fucking blew through all of them. Like it was my motherfucking test, and I feel I passed the fucking test. So I give Michigan its props for leveling me up like that, getting me prepped for this shit, because without them I probably wouldn't be the player that I am today. So I feel good about my performance. But yeah, shout outs to J.R. Rodriguez, Pikachu Akuma, because like he met me and like he gave me this look like, yeah, nigga, you know who I am. And I didn't recognize who he was because I normally recognize with the ponytail. He ain't had a ponytail, he cut the ponytail off. But I had like a good conversation with him, man. Like he told me some things, some inspiring shit, and I appreciate that, man. Like he actually recorded one of my matches, and that shit felt great. Like, yeah, he's like, yeah, I recorded one of your matches. I was like, what? I didn't even know you was here. And that shit felt great, man. And I met some people that I cool with on the forums. Shout outs to Creep23. Sorry we didn't get to play because I was busy watching matches and you were busy doing what you were doing. But we'll link up whenever. I'm still in Vegas, by the way. I leave at 11:30 in about 12 hours now. So I got 12 hours of doing Vegas. I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm just sitting here watching The Nutty Professor. I got an arcade stick, another one, and I got the Versus stick, and I'm trying to do them at it. They wanted $80 to do it. I ain't want to do that. I'm like, I got to buy the part. I got to pay you $80 to do it. So, but yeah, EVO was great. It was fucking amazing. Shout outs to all the players and shit. Oh, and another thing, like people kept coming up to me telling me how great that match was, that against that game player, and I felt great about that. Like I just want to get my name out there. That's all I want to do. Get my name out there.